G'day mate, welcome back to the channel. I'm FPL Root and welcome back to another FPL video. So in today's video, I'm going to be going through my team selection ahead of double game week 24. Some big moves to make. It is a chance to gain some ground on your mini league rivals and in the overall ranks. But first of all, I did want to talk about my game week 23 score. So I got 62 points, which I'm not happy with, but it did get me a green arrow. Sanchez and the whole defense were pretty terrible. I was expecting Estupiñán to play, but he ended up being not playing and ended up being on my bench. So Robertson came in against Man United at home. I did fancy Fulham to win that game, but obviously didn't end up getting a clean sheet in that one because Man United did score. Also with Virgil van Dijk, 4-0 right up until the last minute. Really disappointing to miss a clean sheet on that one. And then Forest got absolutely slapped 5-0 by Bournemouth, but Nico Williams did come off when they were only 3-0 down, so only ended up with -1 for the goals, so he ended up on 1 point. Midfield, terrible, to be honest. Again, even last week, game week 22, they all blanked, and this week only Salah and Gordon returned. Salah with a goal, 1 bonus, captain, ended up on 16 points. Rodgers blank again. I wouldn't say concerning, but 2 blanks and 3 blanks out of 4, which is not great, but yeah, for that price point, I can't really complain. Palmer with another blank, that's 2 in a row now. Maybe a slight concern considering one of them games were Wolves at home, but I wasn't really expecting that much from City away. And then Gordon getting an assist. He's been chipping away nicely this season. Up front, Chris Wood blanked against Bournemouth. That was a shock result, as I've said. Isak delivering again, 2 goals scored, 3 bonus. Obviously, game week 22, he did blank against Bournemouth at home where they got beat 4-1. But he did come back with 2 goals in the game against Southampton, so happy with him. And then Gakpo, my transfer in, he only played 67 minutes, but 2 goals, 1 assist, 3 bonus. He kind of saved my game week, to be honest, and meant I did get a green arrow. So really, I guess, happy with my transfers in terms of Gakpo. But overall, midfield and defence, disappointing. Sanchez, I'm just fed up with him in my team, to be honest with you. So potentially he could be gone this week. Let's get into the game week 24 team selection.
Yo, it's FPL Root, bringing you the stats, top picks, hot tips, all the league facts. They say Root rock, that's all the flow. Subscribe, hit the bell, welcome to the show.
So we'll start off in goal. I do have Robert Sanchez in goal for my team now, but as I've just mentioned, he has been pretty bad, to be honest with you, over the last probably whole season. He made a terrible error in goal against Man City, and then to be honest, he's been dropped every now and again as well in terms of rested. So he got rested against Southampton in game week 14, and then he got rested again in game week 19 against Ipswich. So he's not guaranteed to play. I think he probably is just first choice, but the way he's been playing at the minute, he's been very, very stinky. And for me, he is probably going to be one of my transfers out. We'll discuss all the transfers later on. Again, in the defence, very, very bad recently. You've got options like Robinson, Fires with Everton away. Virgil's obviously going to stay in the team with a double game week. Nico Williams with Brighton at home. And then you've also got Estupiñán with Forest away. Estupiñán does have a slight injury, and for me, he's done okay. He's done okay for me, but I think bringing in a double game week defender for him, because I don't really want to take out Robertson because I think he's been really, really good recently. I know his fixtures aren't the best. Newcastle away, Forest at home up next. But for me, Robertson has been great all season. 9 assists, which is really, really good. And he starts every game. So for me, Robertson stays. Virgil obviously stays. Nico Williams at 4.3 million. Although Forest did get beat 5-0 in the last game, and they haven't really been keeping clean sheets as of late in the last 3. And their fixtures are not amazing. But for me, Nico Williams stays just because of his price point. So for me, the only one that potentially could go is Estupiñán, who is, his price is 5 million. For me, it is a lot of money to be paying when he has only had 1 assist this season, and really with Brighton, you're not really getting them in for their clean sheets. It's more their attacking threat, and especially with Estupiñán. So for me, he's going to be the one going, making way for a double game week defender. Other than that, I'm probably going to be starting Virgil and Nico Williams. Robertson could start, but I think the fact that I do have some Newcastle attacking options does put me off starting Robertson. I know it shouldn't, but yeah, I can't see them keeping a clean sheet in that game with the way Newcastle are kind of playing at the minute, bar that Bournemouth game. I'll go through my transfers at the end of the team selection, but definitely looking at double game week, goalkeeper and defender. Let's get on to the midfield. So for the midfield, it's pretty straightforward this week, to be honest. However, having said that, the last time I did bench Iwobi, he ended up with 15 points. So although I do say it is straightforward, potentially it could bite me if I don't start Iwobi, but I just can't start him with the other team's fixtures. Salah is a definite. Bournemouth away, Everton away, double game week. Potentially is going to be a chip played on him, but again, we'll discuss that in the final team selection and the transfers that I'm going to be making at the end of this video. 19 goals, 13 assists in 22 games. Incredible. He scored last game week as well to end his 2-game drought of not scoring. And for me, this is going to be a good game week for him, and hopefully he can deliver. Anthony Gordon, Fulham at home. Again, he's been chipping away nicely. Assist there, goal here, assist there. And barring that, like I said, that Bournemouth result, they've been on very, very good form. Newcastle, it's only one loss since game week 15 for them. So very, very good form, and they're scoring loads of goals. And for me, Gordon stays in the team. Like I said, Iwobi, it's a tough one because I bought him in because of his good run of form. 7 goals, 3 assists. Didn't really do much for me, and then ended up scoring 2 in the game. I did bench him, which is a little bit annoying. Palmer, West Ham at home. I'm expecting big things from him for this game. I know West Ham have got their new manager now, Graham Potter. However, Potter hasn't been known for keeping clean sheets at all in his career. And I think Chelsea, having lost to Man City and been on a pretty bad run of form, they've only won 1 game since game week 16. Which for me is a pretty bad run of form considering they were doing so well to start the season. But yeah, other than that, yeah, Palmer's going nowhere. West Ham at home, I can see Chelsea scoring in that one. And then Rodgers, 2 blanks in a row, came off in the 70th minute last week, is a slight concern. But I think the fact that there's talk about Durian and, sorry, not Durian, been in Thailand, Duran and Watkins may potentially leaving. I think this does mean that, yeah, Rodgers is going to be an absolute starter, because if they did stay, then potentially they're going to try and maybe push Watkins out to either wing and play Duran in the middle. But yeah, for me, I can't see them. I can see one of them leaving, and I think Rodgers is going to play with Wolves away. I think it's a very good fixture for him, and he also got Ipswich at home up next. So can't complain. Like I said, with Rodgers, 5.6 million, 6 goals, 5 assists. Not amazing, but for the price I got him at, I think I got him at 5 million. So yeah, for me, he's not going nowhere, and my midfield is not going to make any transfers. I'm pretty happy with that, and we'll move on to the forwards. So the main reason why I did bring in Gakpo last game week is for the double game week. However, it did get me, like I said, 16 points, 2 goals, 1 assist. Really happy with that. I'm very concerned, to be honest with you, about his minutes in the double game week. I think he'll play a game and a half. However, I can't see him playing a full 2 games, to be honest with you. I think he'll probably come on after 60 minutes in one game and then play the full kind of 90, or play another 60 minutes, and so he end up playing 1 full game in the other game. I think the fact that he did go to PSV to play that Champions League game when all the other players were rested, the kind of the big dons. But obviously it was his old club. It does make a difference. I'm sure he wanted to go play. However, having said that, like, he's started 14 Premier League games this season, and he started the last 11. So he is a starter. He is going to be starting if he's fit enough to play. However, I think with the kind of fixture congestion for Liverpool, they've obviously got 2 games this game week. Then they've got the Carabao Cup semi-final as well coming up very, very soon. For me, I can see there being a little bit of a rest. But having said that, as I said, Bournemouth away is the 1st of Feb. But the next game's not to the 12th of Feb. The Carabao Cup semi-final is actually in the middle of that. So potentially that could see Gakpo play Bournemouth, rested Carabao Cup, play Everton. There's definitely a high chance of that. And Liverpool going for the league, they're playing at their rivals. they're not going to rest players for that game. So potentially they could rest players for Bournemouth and then play their strong team against Spurs and against Everton. But they've also got a FA Cup game in the middle of that as well. So it's tough, and it is a tough kind of way that I'm thinking about is to play the chip in this game week, because Salah could get injured in the 2 games he's playing before the semi-final, well, before the second game of the game week. So it is risky. However, yeah, for me, I'm not taking out Gakpo. Even if he blanks this game week in a double game week, he's got me 16 points. So more than happy with that for him. Isak, what a season he's having, 17 goals, 5 assists. There is some talk that he's going to be going to Arsenal, but I can't see Newcastle letting him go for less than 120 million, and I can't see Arsenal paying that. And Fulham at home, although Fulham have had a good season, Newcastle can't stop scoring at the minute, and yeah, Isak's on fire. So yeah, happy with Isak in my team. And Chris Wood, after a great first game week in my team in game week 22 with 12 points, goal and assist against Southampton, blanking against Bournemouth away, but Brighton at home, like I said, Brighton do concede a few goals, not many goals, but they do concede a few goals. And yeah, for me, he's staying in my team for now, but there is potentially an exit route for him, because he does have some tough fixtures. He's got Brighton, Fulham away, Newcastle away, Arsenal at home, City at home, and then Ipswich away, and Man United at home, and then Villa away. So Ipswich away is a very good game, but other than that, it's tough game for Forest, and this could see where their season starts to kind of become unstuck. But having said that, draw against Liverpool recently, they've beaten Spurs, beaten Man United away. Yeah, they've had some good results against some of the tougher teams, so I'm not too worried about Chris Wood. But potentially, if there's a few double game weeks coming up, as we've heard today, that Spurs or Liverpool could be getting a double game week in 25. Yeah, that is something to bear in mind. Let's get on to how the team is going to be looking after my transfers and what chip I'm playing. So I am going to be taking out Sanchez and bringing in Pickford. He's 5.1 million. Pickford is 16.4% owned, and he's been one of the best goalkeepers in the league so far this season, even with how bad kind of Everton have been under Sean Dyche. But yeah, 22 starts. He started every single game week, and for me, yeah, Pickford is a very, very good goalkeeper. Clean sheet wise, he's kept 8. He's done, yeah, very, very well. Like I said, clean sheets. He keeps loads of save points as well, and he's a second highest scoring goalkeeper behind Sells. And Sells, in terms of clean sheets, he's got 9, so he's only 1 more than him. So one of the best defences in the league is Everton, and I think under David Moyes, they're going to be even better. 2 home games in a double game week. Leicester, a team that is worse than them, a team that Everton should be beating. And yeah, for me, I think is a very, very good option. In terms of the fixtures after the double game week, I'd say they're not the best, but they're not terrible at all. Palace away, United at home, Brentford away, Wolves away, West Ham at home. So not the best, but not the worst. I can definitely see a few clean sheets in there, but you know with Pickford that he's going to keep the save points. And yeah, for me, I do really, really like him as an option for this game week. Also, I'm going to be doubling up on the Everton defence, which I think it's mainly for that Leicester game, to be honest, because if we can bang a clean sheet in that Leicester game, 6 points, maybe even Pickford gets a couple extra points for saves, and in that Liverpool game, even if they get 2 points, that's 8 points, 9 points potentially with any bonus, and maybe 10 points. So potential for a double-digit haul, which is what you're hoping for, but you really do need that clean sheet in the Leicester game, and I'm going to go for it, to be honest with you, because I really do need to make up points. And Mykolenko, only 1 assist this season, but we know he can be attacking. He has started 20 games this season for Everton. The only games he hasn't started is game week 5 and game week 7 against Newcastle and against Leicester. So for me, 4.4 million, 7.6% owned. I think he is a bargain. And for me, he is the best Everton defender to go for. There is some potential talk about maybe going for someone like Ashley Young or Tarkowski. They ended up on more points than him this season. Ashley Young has got 3 assists and 1 goal as well. But Ashley Young hasn't started the last 2 games. And for me, that is not what you want at all. He's getting on a bit, if I'm being very, very nice. But for me, you want someone that is going to be starting. And Tarkowski has started every game, but no goals, no assists. He is an aerial threat, don't get me wrong. We know David Moyes can be good at corners, but he's an extra 0.4 million. And for someone that I'm probably only really wanting for this game week, I think that's probably as most I want to spend is 4.4 million. In terms of the other ones though, I'll just have a look at minutes kind of played in the last game week. So Brantthwaite, Tarkowski, Mikalenko and O'Brien played. O'Brien is 4.5 million, but again, there's not enough to see from him that he's going to carry on starting. But yeah, for me, Mikalenko is the safest bet. Tarkowski and Brantthwaite are options that are a little bit more expensive, but for me, they don't add any more attacking threat than someone like Mikalenko. The rest of the team is going to be the same. Triple captain is going on Mo Salah. For me, I could risk potentially waiting until game week 25, where they might have a double as well if they do beat Spurs in the Carabao Cup semi-final. But for me, with Ange at the minute, with Spurs at the minute, you never know what's going to happen. And it won't surprise me one bit if Spurs go there and get a 0-0 after conceding all them goals over the last probably season and a half. So it won't surprise me at all. Liverpool have got a lot of games coming at the minute, and I don't think Salah will get rested, but I think this is the best chance with the fixtures kind of split up quite a bit. Then there's no way they're going to get rested against Everton. And for me, yeah, I can see Salah doing the business in these fixtures, and for me, Salah is going to be triple captained. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Leave a like on the video. I'm trying to build up the channel again after 4 months off, after traveling, etc. So any subscriptions will be great, and please subscribe if you are watching. Like the video, leave a comment as well. Let me know what you're doing if you're playing a chip this game week, and good luck for the game week. Nice one.